morning. So the last section of culture is music. Okay, then after that, you carry the model in your handouts. Yes, last class. So that is one thing that you know. Okay, whatever it might be. Now let's see the last section of culture. Any questions from yesterday's class? You're on dance, technicality of dance and stuff. Okay, that's pretty much sufficient for the examination, whatever has been done yesterday. Okay, so today we are going to pick up the last section, that is music. Okay, music, and after that, alternative voices of nation. Any questions? No. Did you revise the handouts? Have a relook at the handouts? Okay, good. Now, we'll start with music. Okay. See, when it comes to music, which is the earliest text on music in India? Which is the earliest text? Okay, Samaveda is the earliest text. When I was discussing about the Vedic literature, there itself I told, okay, that Samaveda is the foundational text for music in India. Okay, so it is the foundational text for music in India. And after Samaveda, the next important text with respect to music is this Gandharva Veda, which is part of Upavedas. Remember, okay, Gandharva Veda, which is part of Upaveda, that also contained a lot of discussion about music tradition. Okay, Gandharva Veda and Samaveda. It means that from the Vedic period itself, while reciting the hymns, okay, people used to sing these hymns in the form of music. Okay, they used to use music, and particular tala, particular laya is used for every Vedic verse. All of them are not recited in the same way. So this way, there are some specific guidelines in Samaveda with respect to how to recite the hymns of Rigveda. Okay, Rigveda, there were many hymns written down in Sanskrit. So those things, how to recite them during sacrifice, is dealt with in this book which is known as Samaveda. Then after that, Gandharva Veda also had a discussion about them. Then later day, after that, we did not find any major evidence of music. Okay, any major evidence of music till Guptan period. And in Guptan period, we saw the composition of Natya Shastra. And Natya Shastra, as with drama and dance, it is also the foundational text for music too. And in music, it is Natya Shastra which provides for, okay, some sub-classifications with respect to music. What it says is that any musical format, it should have some notes to it. And it composes the first 7 notes which are known as swaras. Okay, swara, that is Sare Gama Padani. Okay, these swaras are first composed by this Natya Shastra. And it talks about them. Okay, and this swara means something which is very, very auspicious. It means that each word has a glow to it. That is the reason why they are put in this particular format which is known as Sare Gama Pada. So first is swara. And the Natya Shastra also talks about some sub-classifications of swaras too. And these sub-classifications of the swaras are known as Shrutis. Shruti is, okay, the finer classification. Right? It means that, okay, how long is swa has to, okay, in Sare Gama, how long the sa has to be pronounced. Okay, these are known as Tivra notes, and they are present, okay, as part of the swara itself. If you include the Tivra notes, there are in total, okay, somewhere around some 10 or 5. Okay, swaras are 7, Shrutis are 10, I think, 10 or 12. Just check it once. Okay, Shrutis are, how many Shrutis are there? It's not given there. Not given. Okay, so there are, I think so that there were somewhere around some 5 Shrutis, 5 or 10 Shrutis in between them. Okay, 10 Shrutis, which totally makes them into 70. Okay, the swaras plus Shrutis together, the notes in Indian music are in total 70. 17 notes are present. Okay, 17 notes. Note means, okay, in music, note is a, what do you call it? Note is a, okay, okay, they don't have any meaning to them. Okay, they are just words in music are known as notes. Okay, they don't have any meaning to them. These are swaras and shrutis. 2 things are there. Then along with that, Natya Shastra also discusses about 2 other things which are known as tala and laya. Laya is the speed at which a raga has to be, not raga, a swara has to be sung. That is one. And tala is the musical rhythm which has to accompany a recital. Okay, the musical rhythm is known as tala, whereas the speed at which the recitation is done is known as laya. In laya, there are many kinds of laya. Okay, fast singing, slow singing, okay, intermediate singing, these kind of things are known as laya. Then tal is something which is rhythm of the music. Okay, how rhythm means what do you call the rhythm? I mean, how to explain rhythm? Rhythm, I think you understand, right? In music, there is a rhythm. So rhythm plus words, okay, which are known as notes, okay, plus laya. It talks about three things. And when it comes to this organization of swaras, okay, swaras can be organized in the form of saregamapa. Okay, that is one way of organizing them. And you can change the notes also here and there. Permutations and combinations you can do. And this way, by rearranging the swaras, okay, what they did is they composed some things which are known as talas, not tala, okay, that. Okay, that is a order in which the swaras and shrutis are placed. It means that these 17 things, they can be placed in different formats. And these formats are known as thirds in Natya Shastra. And these thirds, okay, they became the basis for raga later day. Okay, raga is the composition of swaras in a particular order. That is also composition of the swaras in a particular order. But in the ancient period, they are known as thats. The word raga, it emerged later. Are you getting this? Okay, saregamapa means you can reverse it. Okay, you can use it in any format, right? So these are different ragas. Okay, where in each raga has its own order of swaras. It has its own laya and it has its own tala. So this way, okay, some thats were organized first. Okay, their name got changed to raga later. Okay, but initially they were known as thats. Are you following what I'm trying to say? So this is the basis for Indian musical tradition in India. Okay, musical tradition in India, that is swara, shruti, then along with that tal, laya and that. 5 things are there. So these are the basic elements according to Natya Shastra. And this tradition, it continued from Natya Shastra period. Okay, and here Natya Shastra, as with the dance and drama, it also says that the essence of music is also bhava and rasa. Okay, bhava, through singing, the artist, he exposes a particular bhava, and rasa is the experience of the audience. Yesterday in drama and dance also we talked about the same thing. So bhava and rasa is the basis for Indian musical tradition too. It is the basis. Then apart from these things, okay, when it comes to the musical compositions, slowly what happened is from this third classification, the format known as raga, it emerged. Okay, and the term raga is first used by this book which is known as, okay, first have a look at these things, then I'll go to the next section. Okay, that would be better. So you'll get confused otherwise. What's the slide number? Oh. Not ready. Yes. Okay. Samaveda, Samagana, singing Rigvedic hymns to music, evolution of some notes at this point of time itself. Notes later standardized to 7. And Gandharva Veda is Upaveda. And even Itihasa Puranas also had some discussion about music. And Natya Shastra is the foundational text. Okay, the features are notes which are known as swara. Then shruti are there, jati is there, tal is there, and musical instruments. Okay, so these are the important ones. Now, if you see, okay, Indian music is based on this scale which is known as heptatonic scale, which contains 7 swaras. Okay, that is saregama padani, and these are known as 7 saragams. The swaras is a sound that glows on its own. Swa means self, and ra means rajari. Okay, that is luminous. These words are self-luminous words. Okay. Okay, and there are, okay, it is also sometimes known as a 12-note scale, because in between these sare gama padani, okay, there are some tivra notes too, okay, which are known as shuddha notes. Shuddha notes. Okay. Okay, these are the important ones. Okay, sa, re, gama. See, there are, while singing re, there is one komal re and one shuddha re. Means that, okay, it will be prolonged. Okay, one komal means soft. Okay, then one shuddha means pure. So this way, okay, re has 2 subparts to it. Okay, then ga also has 2 subparts. Ma has 2 subparts to it. Okay, then dha has 2 subparts to it, and ni has 2 subparts to it. So this way, there will be some shuddha notes and some tivra notes. Okay, so this is one thing. And then apart from that, shruti is the minute division of swar. These microtones are collectively called as shruti, that which can be made audible. They are delicate swars, and a total of 10 shrutis between the 12 swaras are there. Okay, so 12 swaras and 10 shrutis in total, it is 22, not 17. Okay, that's why I was a little confused, because there are 3 things here. Okay, you have to see this. First is swara, that is note. Okay, there are 7 heptatonic scale, right? Then along with that, there are while singing these 7 things, they are further subclassified into 12 things. Okay, these are known as finer swaras. And between the swaras, there will be, okay, some musical notes which are known as shruti. They are 10 in number. So total it sums up to 22. This is important. Okay, this sums up to 22. Okay, total sums up to 22. And okay, jati or that, it means the same thing. Okay, jati means melodic modes which are the swaras placed in a particular order are known as jati. Okay, I think I told the word that. Rather than that, use the word jati. Okay, jati was used here. So the swaras placed in a particular order. Natya Shastra, it talks about 18 jatis, and ragas evolved out of jatis later. Okay, then tal is cycles of rhythmic grouping of beats. Tal is the rhythmic music, okay, which accompanies a singing of a song. Then along with that, laya is tempo. Tempo means the speed at which the song is sung is known as laya. Okay, laya. So these are the important subparts of music. Okay, swara, shruti, then jati, raga, tala, and laya. So not raga, jati. You see this tala and laya. So if they give a question, okay, Natya Shastra is the foundational text for raga system in India. You have to say that it is wrong because the term raga is never used in Natya Shastra. Okay, raga was used from medieval times. In fact, raga's place was taken by, okay, this term which is known as jati. Okay, jati is the more important one. Okay, the particular order in which they are placed are known as jatis. Then in 1237, this person by the name of Sarangadeva, he wrote a book called Sangeet Ratnakara. You highlight them. Sangeet Ratnakara. Okay, which gives an elaborate account of the treatise on music. Okay, on music. Until here, there was no, and he is the first person who divided the Indian music system into North Indian music and South Indian music. Hindustani and Carnatic, North and South. Okay, the division was first done by this person. You write it down. Okay, division was done by Saranga Deva. And he is a musician in the court of Yadavas of Devagiri. Remember Yadavas of Devagiri? Hemad Panthi temple construction style. Okay, so they are the ones. Sarangadev, Sangeeta, Ratnakar. Okay, and the main important component is rasa and bhava, dominant emotional theme evoked in audience. Initially, Bharata, he proposed that there are only 8 bhavas and rasas and their associated rasas. It is a person by the name of Abhinava Gupta in his book Abhinava Bharati who added one more rasa to music which is known as Shanta Rasa. Originally, there were only 8. Okay, then they became Navarasa. You getting this? Okay, only 8 rasas were there initially, and he added this rasa called Shanta Rasa, which is known as a tranquility. Okay, and in music, the main rasabhava which is used is Sringara. Okay, Sringara. Sringara is the main rasabhava which is used in the music. And then after that, okay, it is this person in post-Guptan age, this person by the name of Matanga Muni. Okay, Matanga Muni, he wrote a book called Brihad Desi, and in this, he used the term raga for the first time. Raga was used for the first time by this Brihad Desi, Matanga Muni. Okay, Matanga Muni of Brihad Desi, he used the term raga for the first time. Then, okay, now we'll see the North Indian music style and South Indian music style separately. Okay, so the Hindustani and Carnatic music traditions. First, we will discuss about the major forms of Hindustani classical music, the personalities associated with them, we'll discuss. See, when it comes to the Hindustani classical music, it is based on the same tradition which has been established by Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra talked about what? Swara, Shruti, placed in a particular order is known as Jati, and after that, there will be a particular Laya and Tala for each Raga. So the same system is followed in Hindustani classical music too. And, okay, the Hindustani classical music, it has numerous subforms or subparts to it. And the Hindustani classical music, it majorly evolved in North India. Okay, in North India, and in the Hindustani classical music, the central theme of Hindustani classical music is, okay, there is scope for or love and ecstasy are the main themes of this Hindustani classical music. Okay, love and ecstasy are the main themes. First, listen to me. Love and ecstasy are the main themes of the Hindustani classical music. And here, in Hindustani classical music, in total, okay, there are 10 popular ragas. Only 10 ragas are there in Hindustani classical music, not more. And Hindustani classical music, it has more flexibility for innovation by the singer when compared to Carnatic classical music. It means that they have to follow the rules of how the song has to be sung. Okay, all the music has to be given as a rendition. But apart from the rules and regulations, it has more scope for innovation and creativity by the musician when compared to South Indian music, which is known as Carnatic music. Here, this style is known as an emotional style because the main theme here is love and ecstasy. So that is the reason why it is known as an emotional style. And okay, in this Hindustani classical music, what they have done is they have made it into, in total, 10 ragas were classified. 10 ragas were composed in Hindustani classical music. And every musician of Hindustani classical music, he uses the same 10 ragas in order to, okay, recite his song. Are you getting it? And along with these things, in Hindustani classical music, there is usage of words too. It means that in musical rendition, okay, music means it's not like movie music with lyrics to them. Okay, these musical renditions are usually, okay, the things where only the music is emphasized on. The lyrics are, okay, just a minor subpart to the music in Hindustani classical music. Okay, lyric is known as bol in Hindi. So along with the swara, okay, tala and laya, even bol are used in music. And every Hindustani classical music composition, it is known as a bandish or bandish it is known as. Okay, bandish is the Hindustani classical music composition which contains swara, laya, tala. Okay, so all these three things, if they are put together, then it is known as a bandish. Okay, bandish is the way in which the Hindustani classical music is done. And in Hindustani classical music, the music is mainly vocal centric. It means that song, okay, is mainly recited through the voice. And even the musical instruments also, okay, try to mimic the human voice. Human voice. It means that the sounds which are made by the vocal instruments also are very similar to the human voice. They try to deliberately make the musical instruments also just sound like the human voice. And here, okay, mainly the compositions which are made in Hindustani classical music, okay, they are directed towards, okay, a god. Okay, they are typically influenced by the Bhakti movement. Then apart from that, the Hindustani classical music also had a major influence on the Sufi music too. Are you following what I'm trying to say? So these are some of the important things, and the most important personality in this Hindustani classical music tradition is this person by the name of Raja Man Singh. And Raja Man Singh, he had three famous poets at his court, one of whom is Tansen. And Tansen, later he moved from Man Singh courts to Akbar's court. Okay, and they are very, very prominent or famous musicians. We'll talk about them. Okay, but did you understand the basic of Hindustani classical music? Okay, just have a look at this. Each raga set notes in a given order that gives the raga a specific and particular melodic character. And as talked about earlier in Ragamala music, here also, okay, every raga is associated with a particular god. Every raga is associated with a particular climate. It is associated with a particular day of the time too. So these are some of the important things about raga. And okay, so just have a look at this. Derived from the word ranj, which means to delight. Raga means it derives from the word ranj, which means to delight. Ragas corresponding to different times of the day, from dawn to dusk and through the night. Then again, there are ragas that express the unique character of each season. Seasonal ragas are there. Particular day of the time ragas are also there. Then note, tempo and rhythm are the three ingredients that are vital to all music. In Hindustani tradition, they are called swara, laya and tal. Tal is rhythm, laya is tempo, and swar is note. Okay, and a fourth aspect is bol. Bol means lyrics. Okay, lyrics, and okay, it is used only to enhance the mood of the raga. Okay, by infusing a poetic facet to its vocal rendition. It is only used to enhance. Okay, it's not the central part. It means that lyrics are not central to Hindustani classical music. But this is not the case with Carnatic music. It is different. In Carnatic music, lyrics form an important part of the musical rendition. Here, the lyrics are just, okay, additions to the thing. Okay, then laya is the tempo at which a composition is rendered. Okay, tal is the rhythmic cycle. Bandish is the mixture of swara, tal and laya. Okay, and ragas are a pattern of notes used as basis for improvisation. Okay. Then ragas basis of melody, ragas invoke a particular bhava. Based on personality, subject and mood, neither a scale nor a mode is a scientific and precise aesthetic melodic form. Okay, it is a melodic form. Raga is a melodic form. Raga is tune type consisting of 5 or more swaras. And there is also usage of these graces in singing the music, in singing the raga, which are known as gamak. Gamak means grace. You highlight that word. Graces or gamaks. Okay, and while a musician or artist, if he renders a particular raga, yesterday also I told you, okay, it invokes a particular season, right? So if the season is not there, okay, the audience who are sitting in the recital, they will feel the experience of the season. Okay, it is said that way. I don't know. I didn't experience it. Okay, so some people say that, okay, a particular raga, it has the capability to invoke the emotions in a person which are associated with a natural setting and a particular time of the day. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And this Raga Pahari is very, very prominent one in the Hindustani classical music. In fact, okay, it is said that this Raga Pahari, if you recite this Raga Pahari, a person will feel as if he is transported to the mountains. Okay, it is said that way, but I don't know. Okay, so this is the case. Raga Pahari, you highlighted. Then association of particular ragas with segments of the 24-hour cycle of the day, it is repeated. Then this is how Rasbhava is evoked. Okay, that is also fine. Every raga has a distinctive pakad of its own. Pakad means the catch of the raga. Pakad, grace, okay, and the same things. Again, the same table. Okay, just tick mark the table. It's not very, very important. Okay, Bhairava, Hindol, Deepak, Megh, Shri, and Malkunas are the various ragas which are there. And in recitation of every raga, there are some parts to recitation of raga. Okay, every raga has some notes to it, okay, which are known as Sambadi, Anuvadi, Vivadi, Aroha, Avaroha, Laya and Tal. Okay, Laya and Tal already we know. Okay, in raga, the king note of the raga is Vadi. Okay, it means that in each raga, one note it dominates. Okay, each raga has a domination of a single note, and this is known as Vadi. Whereas the queen note is known as Sambadi. Sambadi is the queen note. Then Anuvadi are the other notes which are present. And Vivadi are the notes which are not in composition. Which are not in composition are known as Vivadi. And Aroha is ascent and Avaroha is descent. While singing a song, there will be Aroha and Avaroha. Okay, the picking up of the song and then decline of the song. Aroha, Avaroha. Laya is tempo. And in tempo, there are three kinds. Okay, slow, fast, and medium. Okay, they are known as Vilambit, Drut, and Madhya. Vilambit, Drut, and Madhya. These are the three kinds of Laya. And Tala are the rhythmic grouping of beats and time measure. Okay, so rhythmic grouping of beats means, so the rhythm should come in a particular time period, right? Okay, that is what is known as Tal. Okay, then along with that, if you see, That is a super classification of ragas. Super classification of ragas. And in total, there are 10 thats. I'm sorry, I told 10 ragas, but in total, there are 10 thats. That means it is a group of ragas. Okay, that is the super classification of ragas. Thats. In total, there are 10 thats. And the exposition of raga, okay, it has many forms. Alap is slow tempo. Sthai is first part. Okay, Antara is the second part. Tan is the fast tempo. And Alankara is the decoration which is used while singing a raga. Okay, so these are some of the parts of raga. Okay, it is very, very simple. Okay, just listen to me once. I think you guys missed the essence of what music is. Okay, so let me explain first. Okay, what the case is with the ragas. Okay, see, Indian music, it is very different from the Western musical model. Okay, because in Western musical model also there are notes. Okay, notes are present. Okay, you might have seen in compositions there will be some books which are having these kind of symbols. Those are also known as notes. Okay, but in India, what happened is, along with the notes, okay, the ragas are also prefixed. It means that the order in which the notes have to come and, okay, the speed with which they have to come, everything has been prefixed in the form of a raga. And what the artists do is, they typically recite the raga in the same model in which it has been composed. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? But here, what they do is, while reciting the raga, okay, they use a particular tempo to the raga. And along with the tempo, they also have a particular musical accompaniment to the raga. And the musical accompaniment is known as tala, and laya is the speed at which the raga is sung. And when it comes to ragas, okay, in raga, while singing a swar, okay, swars and shrutis are interplayed. Okay, each raga has a different interplay of swar and shruti. Swar are nearly 12 notes are there, shruti are 10 notes, in total 22 are there. They will be interplayed in different fashions in order to sing a song. Are you following what I'm trying to say? It means that sa re ga ma pa is one. Okay, then one more musical note will be there, one more raga will be there, in which sa re ga ma pa will be ordered in a different fashion. Yes or no? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Okay, so this is the basic crux of this raga format. And the ragas super classification is known as that. It means that the ragas which are similar, they are put in one super classification which is known as that. And in total, in Hindustani classical music, there are 10 thats which are present. And most of the times, Hindustani classical music is vocal centric, and its main intention is bhakti, love, and ecstasy are the main intentions behind Hindustani classical music. And along with that, okay, in Hindustani classical music, okay, every musical note which is sung, okay, or every raga which is sung, it has the bhava and rasa component to it. Wherein, okay, while singing, the artist feels a emotion and it is similarly communicated to the audience too. So this is what is the essence or crux of Hindustani classical music. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And along with that, every song in its composition, okay, a raga has some 5 to 6 parts to it. That is, first is known as alap. Alap is the first part. Then sthai, antara, tan and alankara. So all of these will be present. While singing these things, the artist will have some element of innovation and freedom while singing these things. It means that they have to follow the same order. But while singing, okay, in this order, what they can do is they can go extra mile with respect to, okay, the decoration of raga. Decoration of raga means what? Okay, while each person sings saregamapa in his own fashion, right? Yes or no? No? Okay, there is a lot of freedom which is provided in Hindustani classical music. Okay, see, in order to explain it properly, I have to sing it. Okay, but I can't sing. Okay, so that is a problem. But I think you are understanding the essence, right? Okay, so next one is on the theory of this music. Usually they don't ask questions, but fine, whatever it might be, it is vocal centric. Okay, musical instruments also emulate human voice. Highlight it. Musical instruments also emulate human voice, swara, shruti, and the parent scales under which ragas are classified are known as that, and thala is rhythm in music. And the parent, yes, ragas only are 10. That's what I'm confused. Ragas themselves are 10 only. There is emotional music which has the possibility to improvise, and love or ecstasy are the main themes. You write this down. Love and ecstasy are the main themes. And the main musical instruments which are used are flute, violin, tabla, sarangi, santur, and sitar. These are the main musical instruments. Okay. And Hindustani classical music, it has some subparts to it, okay, which are known as Drupad, okay, Khayal, Ghazal, okay, Tumri, Tappa. This way, there are many subparts to it. Of these subparts, the most important one is this Drupad form of music. Okay, very, very prominent one. And in Drupad, okay, the raga rules are very strict. It means that the musician has to follow a particular set of raga. And Drupad music, it is mainly used for the sake of the bhakti songs. Okay, for the sake of bhakti songs, it is used. And in Drupad, okay, it is typically having a continuous flow of lyrics. Continuous flow of lyrics are present in Drupad because it is a bhakti song. There is usage of lyrics and there is a continuous flow of lyrics, and it is performed within a rigid formal framework. Then the most prominent ones associated with this Drupad music are Swami Haridas, okay, Baizu Bavra, and Tansen. 3 people. Okay, 3 people, and all of them are associated with this Raja Mansingh Tomar. And after that, okay, Tansen, he migrated from Raja Mansingh Tomar's court to Akbar's court. Okay, so to Akbar's court, and it uses Sanskrit syllables in music, and devotion is the main theme. There are many gharanas to sing Drupad. And here in Drupad, alap is given more importance. What is alap? Alap means starting slow tempo music is known as alap. Okay, so that is given greater importance here in Hindustani classical music. Drupad format. Raja Mansingh Tomar is the most prominent one. There are many gharanas to Drupad music. Okay, there is a famous Shehnai from Karnataka. What is his name? Hindustani classical music. Isn't Bhimshen Joshi from Karnataka? Okay, but he is not a Shehnai. What is his instrument? He is a singer. Okay, Bhimshen Joshi. Then now Shehnai is Bismillah Khan. Okay, Bismillah Khan is a very famous Shehnai from Karnataka region. And see, Gharanas means sub-school. Okay, write this down. Gharanas means there are numerous sub-schools in singing of Drupad music. Drupad music, there are many sub-schools. Okay, the next musical tradition is known as Khayal. Okay, Khayal. And as the term suggests, Khayal is based on imagination. Khayal is based on imagination. And this Khayal music, it has, okay, Drupad is very disciplined musical format. Whereas Khayal gives more freedom to the singer. Okay, more freedom to the singer. And okay, In Khayal, there is higher emphasis on, okay, the fast music, okay, fast music, and spontaneity is given a lot of importance in Khayal music format. Okay, literally it means imagination, thought or idea. It liberated Hindustani music from the aesthetic straitjacket and eased the demanding rigidity of Drupad, allowing for greater artistic freedom both for the performer as well as the listener. Okay, and here in this Khayal music, the most important aspect is this upaj. Upaj means spontaneity. The singer is given, okay, utmost freedom to spontaneously change the ragas as he wants to. Okay, he can bend them, mend them as he wants to do, and which is known as upaj. Okay, and here in this musical format, Tan is given more importance. What is the Tan? Alap is first part. Tan is fast composition. Okay, so there Alap is given more importance. In Khayal, Tan is given more importance. Then the next form of this music is known as Tarana. In Tarana, rather than the notes, the rhythm and laya are given more importance. Okay, rather than raga, the notes, swara, okay, rhythm and tempo or laya are given more importance. Rhythm means tal. Tal and laya, if they are given more importance, then they are known as Tarana form of music. They are usually fast tempo songs. Then along with that, we have some semi-classical musical traditions too. Okay, of these, Tumri and Tappa are two important ones along with Ghazal. Tumri, Tappa and Ghazal. Three forms are there. Okay, Tumri, Tappa and Ghazal. Okay, Tumri, it gives more importance to sensuality and it is usually sung in female voice. It is usually sung in female voice. Then the next one is known as this Tappa. Tappa is a camel rider style of Rajasthan region. Okay, camel rider style of singing in Rajasthan. And here also there is emphasis on rhythm. Okay, Tal is given more importance and it is very based on very fast turning of phrases. Okay, turning phrases are used in this Tappa music. Then the last one is this musical format which is known as Ghazal. Okay, Ghazal is the last important one. And Ghazal gives more importance to lyrics when compared to the ragas. Okay, because Ghazal are short poems of 2-3 lines. Okay, so Ghazal is a rhyming couplet and love and longing are the themes and are associated with this Sufi tradition. And here there is a higher emphasis on lyrics and bhava rather than alap and raga. Singing say jada, okay, Ghazal pe, Ghazal ko, usually there is a higher importance which is given to lyrics. Okay, do you know any famous Ghazal singer? Yes, okay, Nusrat Ali Khan from Pakistan. So he is a famous Ghazal singer. Okay, so all of them, these songs are in a format which can be used in movies too directly. Okay, see many other classical musicians, their formats are not suitable for movie audience usually. Okay, but Nusrat Ali Khan, what he did is he used this Ghazal format, okay, which contains a lot of lyrics. Okay, lyric along with raga. Both of them are combined together and that is the reason why it became very popular in movies too. Okay, so that is the case. And the other formats, they are not very prominent when it comes to, okay, movie tradition. But in UPSC, they are asking questions. Okay, particularly on Drupad, they have asked questions. And the people associated with Drupad also, they asked questions on. Okay, so Hindustani classical music is vocal centric. It has some subparts to it. Okay, one is Ghazal, one is Drupad, second is Khayal, and the third one is Tarana. These three are classical traditions. Whereas semi-classical traditions are Tappa, Tumri, and Ghazal. So 6 types are there in Hindustani classical music. Each type, it gives importance to one or the other part. In Drupad, there is higher significance to swaras or notes. Okay, and it gives more importance to alap. That is the first part. Okay, in alap only most of the people will sleep. Okay, so that is the main thing about Drupad. Okay, then the next one is this Khayal. Khayal gives more importance to the freedom of the individual. Okay, it doesn't give a very strict rules on swaras. Here the ragas can be changed, they can be modified also by the singer. And here the most important part is this upach. Okay, wherein while singing, okay, the artist, he gets some inspiration and he changes the very mode of raga while singing itself. Okay, that is known as upach is spontaneity. It is not pre-planned. Okay, there itself the singer, he will take a new format. Okay, that's when audience say wow wow. Okay, usually you might have seen this kind of scenes. Okay, so that is the case. Then the last one is of these semi-classical formats, Ghazal is very important and Tappa is important. Tappa is camel rider styles which contains, okay, twisting words. Okay, very fast change of words is used in Tappa. Then the last one is known as this Ghazal singers. Okay, so alap and rag se jada lyrics there is a higher importance. And the most important personality when it comes to Hindustani classical music is this person called Amir Khusro. He is a follower and disciple of who? Whose follower is he? Nizamuddin Auliya. He is a follower of Nizamuddin Auliya. He is a follower of Nizamuddin Auliya, and he is a contemporary of the Khiljis and Tughlaq rulers. Khilji and Tughlaq rulers in Delhi Sultanate. Okay, Delhi Sultanate में Khiljis and Tughlaqs. He was a contemporary of Amir Khusro. Yeah, and he is very well known because Amir Khusro, what he did is he brought the musical tradition into Sufism, which is known as Qawwali format of music. Remember? Okay, where there will be congregations of Sufi saints who start singing songs. Okay, this is known as Qawwali. So that was started by Amir Khusro. And he formulated many new ragas which are known as Yaman Kalyan, Zilaf and Sarpada. Okay, Sarpada, Zilaf and Yaman Kalyan are the three ragas which were formulated by him. And he also is the one who created two new musical instruments which are known as Tabla and Sitar. Okay, Sitar and Tabla, two new musical instruments. He was the one who discovered or invented them. And he is associated with founding of Khayal and Ghazal style. Two styles, okay, which contains Upas. Then Ghazal style also is started by this person. And he is associated with the two Gharanas today, that is Gwalior and Jaipur Gharana. Gwalior and Jaipur Gharana, and every Gharana has its chief who is known as Khalifa. So Amir Khusro, very, very prominent musician. He formulated nearly 2 to 3 new styles. That is Qawwali is Sufi music, syncretic music, that is Qawwali music, Sufi music, new ragas, new equipment, along with Khayal and Ghazal style and Gharanas. So these are some of the important things with respect to Amir Khusro. And the next one is, okay, when it comes to personalities. In personalities, the most important one is Raja Man Singh Tomar. And he has written, okay, this book called Man Kutuhal on Indian music. Okay, and he is associated with introduction of Hindi syllables into Drupad music. He is associated with Drupad music. Okay, and he introduced Hindi into Drupad music. Earlier it was only Sanskrit based. And he wrote some other books which are known as Vishnupadas, Drupadas and Hori. Okay, these are the important things that he has written down, okay, along with Man Kutuhal. Raja Man Singh Tomar, and Tansen is present at his court. And Tansen, he is an expert in this rag which is known as Rag Deepak. Rag Deepak is the music in which he was expert in. Okay. Tansen, and okay, he is also associated with one more raga which is known as Ramtanu Raga. Okay, Ramtanu is also one more raga, and Rag Deepak is one more. And he perfected the Drupad style, and he is part of the Navaratnas of Akbar. He is part of Navaratnas of Akbar. He was given a title of Mian by Akbar. Okay, Akbar, he gives him a title which is known as Mian. Mian is the title given to him. Okay, and this has been asked as a UPSC question. Okay, Tansen is associated with which of the following traditions? That is Drupad. And along with that, okay, the term Mian to Tansen it is a honorific title which is given to by Akbar. Okay, and it is said that okay, Tansen was such a great musician. He was in fact a blind person. Okay, so he was a blind person, and his music was so great that okay, it is said that sometimes when he used to sing, it used to rhyme. Particularly, okay, whenever he picks up this raga called Rag Deepak, okay, because Rag Deepak is associated with rhyme, so it is said that way. Okay, then along with that, compositions, and he also wrote a book on music which is known as Sri Ganesha Stotra. Okay, Sri Ganesha Stotra and Sangeeta Sara. 2 books he has written. Yes. No. Then what is the rainy season one? Yes, Rag Meg. Okay, I'm sorry, it is Rag Meg when he used to sing Rag Meg, but he is an expert in Rag Deepak, but Rag Meg also he used to sing in. Okay, then last one is Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya, okay, not last one. He is a saint from South India. Remember? Okay, so Vallabhacharya, what is his tradition called? Remember the various relation? Shuddha Advaita. Okay, Shuddha Advaita, the same person, he migrated to Mathura during later stages of his life, and he started a group of disciples around him who are known as Ashtachap. And this Ashtachap are associated with this musical format which is known as Rudra Sampradaya. You write it down. Rudra Sampradaya is a association of Hindustani classical music. Association for Hindustani classical music. Okay, he's an important personality. Vallabhacharya. Okay, then apart from that, in Hindustani classical music, you have this Sadarang and Adarang, okay, who are associated with Mohammed Shah Rangila. Remember, I told about them. Okay, Sadarang and Adarang, both of them, they are associated with, okay, Mohammed Shah Rangila. Mohammed Shah Rangila. And they are experts in Hindustani classical music, particularly the Khayal format. Okay, Khayal format, started by Amir Khusro. Their names are, okay, original names are Firoz Khan Adrang and Niyamat Khan Sadrang. Okay, they are their original names. And when it comes to modern times, the Hindustani classical music in modern times, it was mainly promoted by two people. One is V.D. Paluskar is one, and the second one is Vishnu Narayan Bhatkande. Okay, Vishnu Narayan Bhatkande and V.D. Paluskar. What they did is they consolidated the ragas under, okay, thuts and wrote a book called Kramika Pustamalika. Okay, Kramika Pustamalika. And today there is a university named after him which is known as Bhatkande Music University in Lucknow. Okay, Vishnu Narayan Bhatkande. He is the one who is also known as Titur Pandit, and he wrote this book called Kramika Pustamalika. Okay, and V.D. Paluskar, he established this Gandharva Mahavidyalaya in Lahore. Okay, in Lahore, and he wrote a book called Sangeeta Bal Prakash. Sangeeta Bal Prakash. See, this Hindustani classical music, it was in fact practiced only by a few sections of the society, and it is understandable by only a few sections of the society. It is these two people who actually made it more popular and understandable by common people. Okay, there is a contribution of these people. Okay, Vishnu Narayan Bhatkande and V.D. Paluskar. Okay, this is their role. They are important people. Okay, then the next one is the musical instruments. Okay, just have a look at the musical instruments. They are not very important. Okay, musical instruments. Okay, then after this we have the Carnatic music. Okay, just have a look at them. They are not very important. Try to remember at least some of them. Okay, the modern day sitar, sarangi, saroda, okay, santoor, violin, all joined the Indian classical music system only in the 18th century and later. Before that, we had pakwas, tabla, shehnai, and flute. Okay, these are the important instruments with respect to Hindustani classical music. Then, when it comes to Carnatic music, the Carnatic musical tradition, it evolved from this place which is known as Udupi. Okay, I think I talked about it once before. Okay, Udupi ke significance ke bare mein. Okay, so I talked about this tradition which is associated with Udupi, Madhvacharya tradition. Okay, then along with Madhvacharya, in Udupi itself, the Carnatic music, it originated as a separate discipline in Udupi. And it is associated with this tradition which is known as a Dasa tradition. And in this Dasa tradition, two people, Purandara Dasa and Haridasa. Okay, Purandara Dasa is the person, and the movement that he started is this Haridasa movement in Udupi. Haridasa movement in Udupi. And this is the formative phase of Carnatic music. And later day, it was properly developed by three people who are known as Tyagaraja, Shyamsastri, and Muthuswami Dikshitar. Okay, all of them are present during, okay, the British colonial rule in India. Okay, so more or less contemporary to the British colonial rule. Okay, Tyagaraja, Shyamsastri, and Muthuswami Dikshitar, three people. And here, okay, it is the same thing, sir. Swara, Shruti, Raga, Tala, and Tat. Okay, so the same thing. Same thing here. Then along with that, vocal centric music, this is also. And the parent ragas in Carnatic music are in total 72. Okay, 72. And here, Carnatic music is considered to be more intellectual than emotional. There is a more intellectual format of music, and Carnatic music has a very strictly laid down set of rules. And the artist doesn't get any freedom in singing Carnatic music songs. Okay, there are very strict disciplinary rules in Carnatic music. That is the reason why, okay, so only in some sections of the song freedom can be taken. But the rest of the things, they have to be followed as they are given in the text. And the Carnatic music also gives greater emphasis to lyrics when compared to North Indian music. There is higher emphasis on lyrics. Okay, and this person, okay, Venkata Mukhi Swami, okay, he is the one who is associated with this establishment of Melkarte system, which contains 72 ragas. Okay, Melkarte is the okay, Melakarta, not Melkarte. Melakarta is the system of 72 ragas that he has put, okay, and it has a very fast oscillation of surs, okay, which makes the job or work of the singer even more difficult. Okay, more difficult. There is a fast oscillation of surs here in this music, intellectual and spiritual. There are no sub-schools of singing, and it contains very rigid tal structure in Carnatic music. Okay, tal means music system is very rigid, and there is less scope for improvisation, and there is a higher focus on sahitya or lyrical part. Okay, and every Carnatic music composition, it has some parts to it. Okay, listen to me. So it has some parts to it. The first part is known as Varnam. There it is known as Alap, right? Here it is known as Varnam. It is a technical piece whose entire form has already been fixed by the composer, and in which the singer is not expected to do anything on his own. This is the first part. First part is Varnam. Then after this, he will go to the second part, which is known as Kriti or Kirtana. In Kriti or Kirtana, usually there are songs which are present along with the lyrics. Okay, you might have listened to some songs also. Okay, particularly Tyagaraja's songs are very popular, right? Okay, they are associated with Lord Rama. No idea? Okay, leave it be. Then a following number of Kritis or Kirtanas, also composed by great musicians. Here the singer has freedom to add his own decoration and ornamentation, but he doesn't have the freedom to change the lyrics. Only decoration. Decoration means, okay, while singing, okay, the decoration is the extent to which he can, okay, in pronunciation there might be differentiation, but not in lyric. Okay, that is the case. So this is the Kriti or Kirtana, and then comes the part which is known as Ragalapana. Ragalapana, where the singer is free to improvise and reveal his creative faculty. Only in this last part there is a chance for improvisation. Most of the other things, they are strictly fixed. Okay, and Pallavi is the next part. Okay, Pallavi is the next part, okay, which is like an aphorism, okay, which continuously comes again and again in the song. Okay, every song has a Pallavi, right? Okay, Charana Pallavi is there. Pallavi is the first part of the song which comes again and again in the song. So that is what is known as Pallavi. Pallavi are chosen and sung in particular raga and in particular tala at different speeds. Okay, there is a very famous song called Endaro Mahanabhavulu. Okay, you can watch, you can listen to the song. It is a Tyagaraja composition. Then you will understand some of the things. Okay, it is again, it is for the sake of Lord Rama that he has sung this song. Okay, which contains Endaro Mahanabhavulu is the Pallavi. Okay, so and it again and again it comes in across the song. Okay, that is a very, very famous song which is known as Pallavi. Pallavi. Then all kinds of combination of the notes of the raga are allowed, provided the aphorism begins at the same point, and okay, that is not very important. Pallavi, I think you understood. Then along with Pallavi, okay, there are also compositions which are known as Padas and Javalis. Padas and Javalis, which are usually erotic compositions. They are generally looked upon as the outpouring of the human soul in ecstatic love towards the divine. Pada and Javali, and the last one is Tillana and Tukda. Okay, Tillana, you remember? It is part of Bharatanatyam dance form too. Okay, the same Tillana is present here too. Okay, they are also they are just like Javalis and Kirtanas, but Tillanas and Tukdas, they don't have words to them, no lyrics. There are no lyrics in Tillana and Tukda. And along with that, there are many other parts. Just remember them. They are known as Varnas, Gitas, Alankaras, Swarajatis. Okay, Swarajatis. These are some sub parts. But only the first things that I have discussed about, you need to remember them. See, it is very simple. First is Varnam. Okay, Varnam is a musical composition where there are no lyrics, but okay, it is already prefixed. Then after that, okay, you go into the main Kirtana. In Kirtana, okay, there will be lyrical compositions which give greater emphasis to lyrics. It is a song. Kirtana is a song in praise of a god. Then after that, the last part is known as Ragalap. In Ragalap, okay, what is it called? Raga? Mala or Ragalap? Raga Alapana. Okay, Raga Alapana, which is similar to the Alap system in Hindustani classical music. Okay, that is sung first, right? Here it is sung last. So that is what is known as Raga Alap here. And as part of the Kirtana itself, you have this subcomponent which is known as Pallavi. Pallavi is the repeated lyric which is present in the song again and again is known as Pallavi. Then along with that, okay, there are some smaller compositions or pieces which are known as, one is Padas and Javalis and the other one is Tillana and Tukda. Padas and Javalis, they have lyrics to them. Okay, whereas Tillana and Tukda, they don't have lyrics to them. Okay, that is the case. Now, did you understand this? Okay, this is the Carnatic music, and the personalities associated are Okay, three personalities are there, of which on Tyagaraja they have asked a very, very specific question, sir. Okay, recently in 2017 or 2018 they asked a question. Tyagaraja's compositions, all of them, they are directed towards, okay, Lord Rama. Okay, Lord Rama, and most of his kirtanas, they are written in Telugu language. In Telugu language they are written, and of these kirtanas, the most important one is this Pancharatna Kirti. Kriti, Pancharatna Kriti is the most important one. Okay, 5 of his compositions are known as Pancharatna Kriti. Then the next one is Sham Shastri, and his chief deity is goddess Kamakshi. Goddess Kamakshi is the chief deity for Shama Shastri, and his compositions are well known, and he mainly sung in Tamil language. Tamil is the language of Shama Shastri, and okay, he also composed songs in a format which is known as Swarajati musical genre. Swarajati musical genre, wherein Swarajatis, they can be sung either in lyrics or through instruments they can be played. Okay, these are known as Swarajatis. Okay, where the composition could be rendered solely in singing or instrumental manner, any which way. Only one way they can be, any which way they can be done. The last one is Muthuswami Dikshitar. Okay, and his compositions are mainly in Sanskrit language. Sanskrit language, and he is a master of veena playing. Okay, and his compositions have this grace to them, which are known as gamak. And the instruments which are used are veena, violin, gotuvadyam, mukhaveena, flute, nagaswaram, mridangam, okay, jalatarangam, kanjira, and ghatam. Okay, but there is a very light possibility of a question on the instruments. Okay, so this is the story of Carnatic music. This is the story of Carnatic music. Okay, in the past 4-5 years, at least they have asked 2-3 questions in prelims from this section. If they want to trouble you, they choose music. Okay, because it is see, technically understanding music is a little difficult. Okay, so even just for this content, I had to read one full book on this thing. Okay, but not a big one, some 100-page book I have read. But even then, okay, I did not get like proper 100% clarity on what is what. Okay, because just the technical terms we need to know. That's it. Okay, so this finishes ancient and medieval, music, this art and culture, and we'll start with modern India.